Okay, let's put this on top. Oh, hi everyone. I'm just fixing the boat from last week. Do you all like building stuff? Oh, I think it's done. That means it's time to start the show. Welcome back everyone. I missed you all so much. Are you all excited for today? We're gonna have so much fun. Walter, you're here and you also brought the mail. Let's see what Buckle sent us today. Whoa, look at today's craft. It's a fishy. This looks really interesting. I'm really excited to color this in. Now, let's see today's mystery item. A safe. But I can't open it. Wait, maybe I can figure out the code. Still can't. Wait, what's this? A key. Let's open it. There we go. I opened it. It's coins. I wonder why Buckle sent this as a clue. Do you know what Bible story this is for? See if you can guess. And we'll find out later in today's animated Bible story. What's that, Walter? You're right. We need to go watch Preach Part 1 first. Come on, let's go take a look.
Okay, so today I want to talk about the fact that all of us are a part of God's family. We're all welcome to be a part of his family, and so I've got a little bit of a story to tell you. Now, when I was younger, one of my best friends used to play football in a team, and so it was like on a Saturday morning and he'd go play football with his team and versus other teams. But one day I had slept over at his house the night before because we were having a gaming night and then we were going to go for a swimming pool party in the afternoon with pizza and hang out. So that morning on Saturday when we got up, we jumped in the car and we drove to my friend's football game. Now, these games that he would play in, they were kid games, right? And so these games were fun, they weren't super serious, but it was real teams versing each other. And so we all got there and everyone started getting ready, but then it turned out that his team was down one person. They were missing a player. They couldn't come because I think they were sick or they were away on holidays, and so they were one person down. And so the coach said to me, hey, why don't you go and play on our team today? And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, jump out and play. And so I started to walk out on the field to play footy with my friend when the umpire, like the referee, he was like, hey, you're not a part of the team. Who are you? What are you doing? You're not meant to be here. And I said, I'm with my friend. And my friend was like, yeah, he's with me. And the referee was like, oh, well, that's fine. Come on in. And I was so nervous when he was like, what are you doing here? You're not meant to be here. You're not a part of the team. And I was so nervous and I was like, am I meant to be here? Do I fit in? What's going on? But as soon as I said, well, I'm with my friend, and then my friend said, yes, he's with me, it was all okay. And I was able to go onto the team and we had a fun game. I don't even remember who won or lost. I just remember having the best time playing football with my friend. Now, sometimes we can feel like we don't belong. I remember when I was little, we went from one church and we had to move to a different church because we were moving cities. We moved from one place and we moved house to a totally different place that was like 4 hours away. It wasn't even close. And so we had to go to a new church. And I remember walking in and feeling, do I belong here? Like, I don't know anyone. I feel out of place. I'm really nervous. Should I even be here? I don't know if I belong. But the day before, on the Saturday, I actually made a friend who was one of the kids from the new church. And so when I walked in and I was like, I don't know anyone, I'm nervous, I looked over and this new friend was there and he came over to me and he's like, he's with me. And I was like, I'm with him. And I felt welcomed. Did you know that that's what Jesus does for you? That if you feel like you're out of place, do I even belong here? Jesus says, you belong here because you're with me. He says, this person, everyone listen, this friend is my friend. They are with me. And every single person is welcome as a friend of Jesus. And so we're going to take a look at a Bible story a little later on where Jesus actually did something that he didn't have to do, but he did it because he wanted everyone to know that everyone is welcome to be a part of his family. But we'll talk about that in just a minute.
That was such a great preach from Buckle. But now it's time for the craft. So you have 3 things to color in here. So for the first fish, I did so many different colors. But then there's some tabs on the side that you need to fold over like this. Then this fish, you pop it behind and you're going to glue it on just like this. So I've glued all the parts that says glue and glue here. Then I took each piece and stuck them together. And if you look at the front, there's a little opening at the fish's mouth. I wonder what we can put in there. Oh yeah, the coin we colored in. Just like this, and he eats the coin up. That was so cool. I love this craft this week. But do you know what I love more? Seeing all of your crafts. So get a teacher, parent, or a guardian to take a photo of your work and send it in to us. But let's go check out some of your crafts right now. Those were some amazing crafts. Thank you so much for sending those in. I love seeing your crafts every week. But right now, let's go check out today's animated Bible story together.
Say hello to Jesus, the Son of God, the Savior of the world. And while Jesus was here on earth, he would travel from place to place teaching people all about how much God loved them. One day, Jesus and his disciples went to a town called Capernaum. And while they were there, some of the men who would collect the temple tax, which was a small amount of money that Jewish men would pay every year to help take care of God's temple, they came to Peter and asked, "Does your teacher pay the temple tax?" And Peter said, yes, he does. But then Peter went back to the house where Jesus was staying, and Jesus knew what had happened. Jesus asked Peter, "What do you think? Do kings make their own children pay tax, or do they make other people pay tax?" Peter thought for a moment and said, "They make other people pay the tax." Jesus smiled and said, "That's right, the children don't. But we don't want to upset these people, so go down to the lake and throw in a fishing line. The first fish you catch will have a coin in its mouth. Take the coin and use it to pay the tax for us both." Peter did what Jesus said, went to the lake, and sure enough, the first fish that Peter caught had a coin in its mouth. And so Peter went and paid the tax for them both. Peter saw that Jesus was God's son and didn't have to pay the temple tax, but he did it anyway. And Jesus did a miracle in the process. I love in this story that Jesus is getting asked to pay this temple tax. Now, the temple tax was like a coin or some money that people would have to pay to the temple so that they could keep it all running and make sure that all worked. So the people would pay the temple tax. But then Jesus says to Peter, "Well, I'm the Son of God. That's not something that I have to do, but I might not have to do it, but I'm going to do it. I don't want to upset them. I want people to know they're welcome." And so Peter goes down to the water like Jesus says, and he finds the coin in the fish's mouth that can pay the temple tax for them both. You see, Jesus could have pushed back on those people and said, "We don't need to pay the temple tax, leave us alone." But instead he's like, "You know what, we're going to do it to not upset them. I want everyone to feel like they're welcome and included, and so we're going to pay the temple tax as well." And you know what, there might be times when for you, it might be a little bit hard to make a new friend. Maybe for you, there might be someone come to your class or someone who's in church for the very first time and they're new and you have a choice. Am I just going to keep doing my own thing with my friends, or am I going to be like Jesus who's doing what he didn't have to, but he wanted to make a new friend and welcome them in? Are you willing to welcome new friends into your life? And so that's our big point today. It's what I want you to remember, that everyone is welcome in Jesus' family. Everyone, you are welcome in Jesus' family. I am welcome in Jesus' family. Everyone is welcome in Jesus' family. So why don't we all say that together on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. I am welcome in Jesus' family.
Thank you, Buckle, for today's preach. It was amazing. And that's why I know what the mystery item was. It was a piggy bank. And that's why the coins were inside. Because the Bible story today was Jesus paying the temple tax. Are you ready? Because we're about to do the Bible quiz. I'm going to ask you a question. And if you think the first answer is correct, hands on your head. And if you think the second answer is correct, hands on your shoulders. All right, question number 1. Who told Peter to go catch a fish? Was it Jesus or was it the tax collectors? You've got 5 seconds. It was Jesus. That answer was hands on head. All right, question number 2. What did Jesus tell Peter to do? Did he tell him to catch a bird or catch a fish? You've got 5 seconds. I gave you a little bit of a hint there. It was hands on shoulders. He told him to catch a fish. It's the last question. Are you ready? All right, question number 3. What did Peter find in the fish's mouth? Was it a coin or a piece of bread? You've got 5 seconds. If you put your hands on your head for coin, you're correct. How did everyone go? Well, if you got 3 out of 3, give yourself a pat on the back, but with 1 finger. And thanks for joining me and Walter today. I had a great time. I'm so glad that God loves us and that we don't have to pay to be a part of His family. Well, I'm gonna go fix a few things, but I'm Isla and I'll see you next time on The Link Show. Bye.